We are urging everyone to stop House Bill 294, the Ohio anti-voter bill. House Bill 294 has unnecessary provisions within the bill that will restrict voters' participation, reduce voters' access, and complicate Ohio's elections when there are no substantial issues. So why is this bad for Ohioans? House Bill 294 reduces Ohio voters' access to drop boxes to the last 10 days before the election. It is currently available 24/7, 365 days. It creates an unnecessary, unenforceable, and confusing three-tier ID rule for those requesting absentee ballots. If you seal your ballot secrecy envelope before placing all of your ballot inside and just place it inside the return envelope alongside the secrecy envelope, the Board of Elections bipartisan team will no longer be allowed to resolve it. It will be considered incurable and not counted. It cuts the number of early voting days and ends absentee ballot requests from 3 to 10 days before an election. You got it. If it walks like Jim Crow, talks like Jim Crow, it's probably Jim Crow tactics. It is offensive to African Americans whose ancestors were beat and killed for their right to vote. To have lawmakers in 2021 proactively seek ways to shave off votes are shameful. So why are they so focused on mail-in voting? 74% of Ohio registered voters turned out, and out of that 74%, 58.6% were absentee ballots.
Past election, the election day vote was strongly for Trump, and the AV mail-in vote was strongly for Biden.
Bill sites also think those who voted by mail during the pandemic were COVID cowards.
Last year, we gave temporary authority to have one at the Board of Elections office because the COVID cowards were too afraid to walk into the Board of Elections and hand in their ballot.
Exactly. Who is he talking about? Even the Secretary of State, Frank LaRose, says, "I think we ran the most successful election we ever had." House Bill 294 tells Ohio seniors if you forget to place all of your ballot inside the secrecy envelope, your vote will not count. Too bad. Cutting the request to vote by mail is telling our brave vets fighting abroad and college students studying afar they don't deserve the extra time. House Bill 294 tells working families they need less opportunities to securely deliver their ballot at a drop box. Ohioans will have to learn to do more with less with only 10 days to use the drop box. Eliminating in-office request forms that allow voters to write in their personal information and sign off on it if they forget their ID tells every voter in Ohio, your convenience is not our priority, but your inconvenience is under House Bill 294. So what you can do is call the sponsors of House Bill 294. You oppose it because Ohioans' access to vote should never be minimized or restricted. Less days to utilize mail-in voting and drop boxes will create longer lines for Ohioans. Longer lines, red tape voter restrictions, and unnecessary inconveniences are designed to create, say it with me, voter apathy. So call Representative Bill Seitz and Representative Sharon Ray and all the co-sponsors for House Bill 294, the anti-voter bill. It is un-American for any elected legislator to create election laws that discourage, complicate, or restrict Ohioans from performing their civic duties as citizens of the United States. So hold these politicians accountable. Make your voice heard. Call today. And don't forget to like and share.